All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our makeup stream for our Valorant team. So it'll be our second game of the season. Turn that down right there. Got that going good. Yep, sorry I forgot to put the green screen up again, but if you could tell right here, Coach Jefford's up in here. Here pretty soon we'll be going our Valorant squad, our varsity Valorant squad, coming off of a good solid win last game. Hopefully going to continue to do that and keep that going. Yesterday, if you guys tuned in, you saw our Rocket League team go through and play the BHS team out of, I believe, Texas. They won in 4 straight matches. So right now, the Trojan Esports is going pretty strong, doing pretty good, winning some matches, and we'll hopefully be continuing on that. All of our squads are looking to hopefully make the playoffs. Yesterday, Overwatch had their first match. Overwatch 2 had their first match as well. If you guys are following Overwatch 2 at all, the servers have been having some issues, and thankfully Valorant and the rest of these games are all pretty solid right now. But Overwatch 2 just dropped on Tuesday, so they were going through trying to get a match in, and it was a learning experience for all of them. So we're gonna keep that going, and hopefully next week we'll be playing games all week. I think we will not be streaming next week, as Coach Smead joining me right now. Next week we will not be streaming, as we'll be doing parent-teacher conferences. But we will be having some good matches, and they'll be continuing to play next week as well. So we're gonna jump right into it here. I think
So yeah, they're getting into our opponent's Copper Hills Esports out of Utah.
Not bad.
It looks like Copper Hills has the exact same record that we do. They are 1-0 in the regular season, just like we are. They are 2-0 in the preseason, just like we are. Our players were checking out some of their ranks. It sounds like it should be a pretty good
I thought
game.
we banned until there was one match.
Looked like they had
No, we're supposed to ban.
which I believe is the highest rank.
We ban, you ban, and then we ban.
I believe it is.
And then you.
Then we
So I
pick.
think that Varsity's got their work cut out for them this week. But
Yeah, you
they're already
guys should be
they're already
picking
planning
right
about
now.
map bans.
Not
They're
bad.
already talking about what to do.
Okay, we'll pick.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. The group that's going to be playing today, our varsity squad, they've been playing together now. This is their second year together. We had one graduate last year, I believe. No, one went out for football this season, and we picked up a new player that came in.
We'll go Icebox.
That has filled that spot pretty well, and they have the amount of communication and practice that they do, not only here after school, but they work pretty well outside the building too, practicing, working on their strategies. And as you'll see when we jump into it, one of the things with Valorant is really knowing their map and that map awareness, and knowing where people like to go, and depending on whether they're attacking.
Just tell us when you're ready to go.
Go in that route there. So it's been pretty good to see them grow and learn, and hopefully that will continue this season, with the goal, like I said, of making the playoffs, which is pretty awesome to say that not only are we competing, like we're competing in the western part of the United States for this one.
Yep, Western Division for Valorant.
So we could be playing teams from California, Oregon, Utah, Texas, lots of schools, lots of programs.
Oh, we're good.
And it's really cool to be able to see these guys compete on the national level, not just in their house with their friends, but they're competing nationally. And I know that there's some colleges that are offering up to a full ride in Valorant scholarships. So that is the goal for several of our players, to be able to go and maybe compete in college, and to not only stay competitive, but to get school paid for it, which would be pretty awesome to say, like, yep, I went to school and I got it paid for by playing a video game.
Yeah, and even a lot of colleges are starting to offer not just those like player scholarships, but they need help, with the whole esports realm. They need streamers, they need, content managers. So even if, some of our Valorant players don't necessarily get that scholarship for playing Valorant, they can still have experience in the esports realm, and maybe they can get some, they can get a spot on team streaming for them and still get some school paid for from that.
Which would be fantastic. And if you've noticed, we have a new setup this year, with a lot of our new transitions and a lot of our each one of the game screens, which was all created by one of our players. which is pretty awesome, and that's what he wants to go to school for and kind of do the graphic design type stuff. And he's done a phenomenal job setting this up and getting it going. And
should we shout him out by name?
yeah, JP. JP has put together all this stuff, and it looks amazing. So if there's anybody out there that's like, hey, I'd like some design work done, send us an email. Send us a message here on YouTube or Twitch, and we can pass that along, because I know that he's super interested in that stuff, and he's always looking to build his portfolio out.
Yeah, the stream would not look like it does without JPG making these things and getting our transitions set up for us. He makes it easy on us.
Yes,
for
he
coaches.
does.
It's very nice.
Yes, he does.
All right, let's see how we're doing in game here. I think.
Oh, we're in game, so.
All right, so let's
Let me
switch
go
our
ahead.
screen.
I'm going to jump over here real quick. Sorry, I like to talk a lot. There's that transition there. So we are just by phase just ended. We are defending right now. We are on pipes. So we'll start right here. Every one of our heroes has a special that they work on. They can purchase it during the buy phase. Looks like we've taken first knock. So now it's down to 4v3 with. Let's see what we're doing as they're working on. So what they see on their screen, they can't see the yellow. That's the opponent player right there. So only we can see that right now.
You can kind of tell Xavier really plays the corners well, and that's really a big part of Valorant, is having those lines of sight and knowing. You could saw he was looking kind of up and to the left there. Now he's
one enemy remaining.
To pop out. He knows there's somebody back there.
Nice job. So we take that first match right there. So it's gonna be first to 13. So and in between each one, they go into a buy phase. So we'll go to our next player that we'll follow along for a minute. Rogue Scout right here. They can purchase new weapons. They can purchase grenades. They purchase part of their super, just to be able to go through and do that. Each one of these players, they have their specialty. They have their what they're good at, and our players have really been working on that. Like I said, map awareness, where the choke points are, where people like to typically move through to try and plant the spike. So we'll kind of go through there. And if you see the map up in the left, we get the privilege of being able to see their field of view too, to see which direction they're looking. So it's kind of interesting to look and see. So yellow's starting to come out of their spawn now. We're slowly making our way up as well to see where they're going, see if we can't...
Up on the map, you can see A and B. There's a lot of talk, and that's one of their big communications things is, hey, you three go A, two of them go B, and, you know, really communicating, hey, they've got three at B, and switching up where our players are. So knowing, you know, where the enemy is on the map and then making those calls is a really important thing.
So far we took out the first two, and then they took out two of ours. We took out one more.
One enemy remaining.
Most of our action over on the
Spike
A side.
down A.
We knocked the spike carrier, so that's good. So they're going to have... Oh, defenders won.
All right, Trojan's taking one more round. That was a pretty quick one.
That was. So I know if they knock the spike carrier down, it makes it a little easier for us to know. I mean, the other team has to pick up that spike. That's the whole purpose for them to try and go. So we are running into a little bit of a lag right now.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if they are
I
too.
wonder if it's us or them. Yeah, it says we got low client FPS. Network problem. I'm gonna go check on our players in the other room real quick.
Okay. So no packet loss, so this is interesting. So we are backed out. Okay, we're back into the action now. Okay, we're back in. It looks like it just had to be respotted. A little restart action. So we'll jump over to our third player. Sorry about that. That's the fun part. Tech issues galore. We are learning on the fly sometimes, but our players do an excellent job of making sure that what they're needing and what they're doing a good job on. So it looks like we're now up we're up 2-0, but player count wise right now we've taken out two of their players. They've taken out one of ours. Looks like they spotted one more, looking to take him out there. Knocked him a little bit, down to one shot. Alright, evened it up, 3v3.
Technology seems to be good on the player side. They said everything's running smooth for them, so
Perfect.
I'd rather us have a technical difficulty than them.
Yep. And since they're in a different room than us, their stuff's
30
going a little
seconds
bit.
left.
Oh.
Last player standing.
So he got caught out there. Got the ball right behind him. He tried to turn around. There wasn't no going anywhere. Looking like the Packers might take this round.
Yep, attackers won that round.
Yep, Copper Hills took that round, so they planted the spike. And now we are on the attacker side, right?
Nope, we won't switch till I think it's game 7.
Okay.
Our players typically like to start on the defender side. They like to do that. And they kind of talk with the other player, and it's whoever's home and away gets the choice.
Home team gets preference.
Yep.
And I think we were home again today, and they usually like to, like you said, start on the defending side.
So let's go jump to our 4th player. My bad. Try and give them each so when they go back, they do film just like when you think of football or any of our other traditional sports. They go back through, watch their film, see how they did. So I try and give them a little bit of each player so they can figure out why are they doing what they're doing.
Spike down A.
And figuring those things out. So
I would imagine right there was a lot of communication between Xander, who we were watching, and Xavier. Xavier was on the other side, and I would imagine he was saying, you know, hey, they're up here, they're there. I think they got the spike carrier down.
So if we can hold them off for a minute without them planting the spike, then we win. Then the defenders will win.
Yep, we're still 3v3 right now, so each side has 3 of their players still up.
And it looks like the spike is still down. It looks like one of their players just passed right over it.
Yep, looking like they're headed over to B. Looks like the Trojans got 1 person over at B, 2 people over at B. And the third person still
30
watching
seconds
A.
left.
But yeah, Copper Hills is making their way over to B. Rogue Scout is there. Very aware that they're there now.
Spike planted.
So they set their wall.
And we can see the communication between the Trojans there. They said, hey, you know, they're
One
on B.
enemy remaining.
We got 1 person left on Copper Hills side. Trojans have 2. But both Trojans are really low on health. You can see at the top of the screen, those red bars are not very big. Alright, you got 2 of them. Let's see if they can take it.
Yeah. So now we take out the we defuse.
Good job, Rogue Scout there. They flanked him around both sides.
And the nice thing too is, and one of the things that comes to the strategy of what weapons do you buy, when you knock somebody down, if you stay alive at the end of the match, you can go pick up their stuff, and you will get to start the next match with those weapons. So you can not have to spend your money to pick up some new stuff, which is kind of cool.
And you'll see a lot of these players pop out their knife in between kind of combat phases. When they have their knife out, their character runs faster. So that's why we see that a lot. They're going to pull out their knife, run, switch to their weapon, and look. But that's why we see a lot of that knife pulling out, because they can go faster.
A lot of this is how fast can you get to the spot.
Yep, you can see again, looking at the mini-map top left, the Trojans are splitting between A and B. Copper Hills really pushing B. They got 1 Trojan down. It's looking like everybody's grouping back up.
Spike planted.
3 left. A lot of Copper Hills are almost down. They got low health, but I think the spike just got planted. Yeah.
Yep, it is. It's planted.
All right, Trojans, get your way in there. Take that spike out. We're running 3v4 right now.
You should run. Enemy removed. Last player standing.
Xavier is alone. Let's see if he can take his last round by his lonesome. He's looking like he's got a good chance. He's 1v2 now. Not sure what power he's using.
Not sure. He's detained, so okay. Ah, so they won. So the spike went off.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get into that spike, so Trojans are still up 3-2.
So now we'll jump back to, there we go, back on Xavier. So we'll see what they can come up with this time. The other team did a great job of setting their walls to allow for the planting.
Yeah, they were able to keep Xavier out and keep the Trojans, separated. When you're on the defender side, they're forced to split between A and B, but the attackers can, all 5-man rush one side, and then it's up to the defenders to quickly communicate and say, hey, we all got to get here. And we get the extra information on our mini-map here. It looks like Copper Hills is going to B this time, so they're switching up their attack pattern. Looks like the Trojans are keeping 3 over on side B there, and the Trojans know, so it looks like they're sending everybody over. We can see all 5 of them headed over to the B side.
Spike down B.
Knocked. We got 2 days knocked. Oh,
Ooh, Xavier had a good spot there, but they found it.
3v3, picking up a...
You will not kill my allies.
Oh!
2v3 now. See if the Trojans can pull out this round.
Last player standing.
Aim was a little off there.
30 seconds left.
So they still haven't planted yet.
They're planting
Oh, they're planting right now.
Spike planted.
So unless Zade's able to get in there, I think this is going to be another round towards Copper Hills.
They've got all the directions blocked right
Yep.
now.
Yep, they're just waiting for him to pop his head out so that they can clinch the round for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, and we were able to see from our perspective, he got right behind him there.
make sure we only stream our players.
Yep, we want to keep to our perspectives.
Buy phase is almost finished. Everybody's getting their spots and getting in their locations.
Looking like Copper Hills is going for A this time.
Got 3 people over there right now.
Trojans got 3 there. Trojans in combat up there, as the rest of their teammates are running over to join them.
And the nice thing with this map, there's lots of elevated positions that they can get into. Alright, 2v2.
One enemy remaining.
So that recon bolt there revealed Rogue Scout. Let's see if he changes position. Nice, they were able to take it that time. Who was left with Rogue Scout there?
1, 2, 3, 4. So that was...
I'm not sure who that is. James.
Can someone get this?
So we go... here's the spot. We're going to watch this guy. It might be James or it might be... I'm not sure. So buy phase is ending. We'll see which direction our opponents are going to go to.
Looking like they're stacking up mid right now. Heading a little towards B. Yep, looking like Copper Hills headed towards B again, and the Trojans got a little bit of awareness on them.
Ooh,
1 kill
2
out from
pretty shots right there. Spike carrier down, so that's going to put their opponents a little disadvantage.
One enemy
Trying to figure
remaining.
out exactly.
Looks like they got 1 person left here, so it's looking like the Trojans are going to take this round.
Ooh.
Yep, a little bit of good flanking there from James. It was a little bit separate from the rest of the team, but that worked really well. I'm not sure if that's something they talked about ahead of time or if that just worked out, but I like that play for, what was that, round 7 there?
Yep. Oh, round 8. So we should be on round 9 now.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have to upload that and review that footage a little bit and give them some props for that flank.
That was good. Spy phase just about finished.
Suppressing.
So it looks like everyone's going to end up over at B again.
Looking like it. We got 2 Trojans over there. Let's hope they don't go down too quick. Looking like he's watching out behind them, trying not to get flanked from the other side. But he doesn't know that there's nobody in front of him. They are all behind him fighting at B.
One of those guys if you want.
Yeah, let's check out the fight here. If there's anybody left to check out the fight for. Yeah, Rogue Scout over here all by himself.
player standing.
Not in a good spot. Looks like they're planting right now. Trojans have 1
Spike
player left
planted.
alive.
One enemy remaining.
Oh!
Is he going to be able to take the defuse?
Oh,
He is!
that is clutch right
All
there.
right.
Clutch.
Clutch.
Clutch play from Xander there. Spike was down. He took out 2 by himself and managed to keep the round.
Nice. That's the way to work right there.
Good job, y'all.
We'll stay on him for a minute. How'd you guys do?
In the words of a great scholar, dog shit.
We're online right now. You gotta watch
Okay.
one.
We got into like a game full of like ascendants, plaques, golden, whatnot. It was straight.
That's okay. That happens early in the season as our MMRs kind of get balanced out. Now that we're 1-1, next week we're gonna play another team that's 1-1 that has more similar records.
Skill-based matchmaking. We got
Yep. But that skill-based matchmaking takes a couple weeks to get balanced out.
You should
So it looks like we're going over to A. We draw first.
Might still got 5 Trojans alive.
Oh,
3
two-
Trojans alive.
Oh man, 2 taken out very quickly.
No one blocks your way. Flashbang.
Oh,
I'm not
One
sure
enemy
what's
remaining.
happening
not
right
sure what
now.
just
Spike
hit that.
down
He's
A.
clean.
Stunned or shut
I'm gonna
down.
jump over to one of the other guys real quick and
That
see
was
what we
a
do.
long
That was a very
solid
long
14
detainment.
seconds. We can still see him on the top left screen there. He's still laying there.
Last player
He got
standing.
taken down, so it's 1v1 right now.
All right, he's up. Detainment is over. Let's see what he can do.
Your duty is not over. Last player standing. Team Ace.
All right.
Coming in clutch.
I think teammates. Does that mean he took out the entire team?
honored.
I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if that means that one person
Nice.
killed all 5.
Nice.
All right, props to Xavier then.
Good job, Xavier. So we're up right now, 7-3. Going into buy phase, we should be getting close to our
Here.
swap. So we'll be swapping sides and we'll be going into attack phase here pretty quick. But a couple more rounds, at least this round for defenders. I didn't see maybe 2 more rounds. But buy phase is over. Now we're starting to move. We'll see where we go. Opponent's
They
moving
are
quick this
rushing
time.
A this time. Trojans got 2 there, 3 there.
They're making some.
Kills come quick, Valor.
One enemy remaining.
All right.
All right.
I'm
yeah.
not sure. Just watched multiple people just drop right there.
Last round before
Wow.
the switch.
All right, so this is the last round before swap. So one more defender round for us. Let's jump to. We haven't watched him for a few minutes.
Oh, this is the other
Oh,
team.
this is the other team. My bad. Why isn't 5 going? There we go. I must have hit 6.
Yeah,
There we go.
looks like we'll get Zayd. Trojans are definitely finding their stride in these games.
Teleport's ready.
They lost those first couple rounds, but now they seem to really be in their flow state. Zayd, wait for him.
Oh.
All right. They know he's up there though now, so he's got a lot of eyes on him.
Little teleport action.
Yep. Zayd repositioning himself. One Trojan down as they head towards B.
Yeah, they're moving just as fast as last game, so that was interesting.
We're seeing James come around for another little flank. Let's see if that goes well for him.
Spike planted.
So again, they can't see through the wall.
Yep, Trojans are 3v5 here. Let's see if Zayd can get some good snipes off. He got one there. He got two. Trojans are actually coming back this round.
One enemy
3v2,
remaining.
3v1.
Looking for the last one.
That last person.
I'm not sure what that one was.
That looked dangerous though.
Looks like defusing right now.
All right.
Beautiful round right there, up 9-3. So we've got to win 4 attacking rounds now to take the match.
Switching sides.
So now we're into. So now our colors will flip-flop on the screen when we're watching right up there. So let's go down to Xavier again, see how they do on the attack. I think he's the spike carrier.
Yep, looking like Xavier the spike carrier. Up on the top, you can see that little triangular symbol beneath him.
Here.
So they have to get to a certain point in A or B, drop that spike, and defend it.
Buy phase almost over. It's always seems so long, but I know when you're playing, it goes by much, much faster.
There's a lot of strategy that goes into that buy phase, especially if you died that last round. You know, you may have lost your gun, you may be on limited funds. What are you going to buy that's going to have, you know, that's going to matter in the match? I think buy phase is stressful for the player.
You know we like to plant the spike pretty
One
quick
enemy
and then
remaining.
defend.
Yep, so we got the spike planted. We're getting some
Hey.
walls out there. All right. They
Flawless.
managed to get all 5 defenders down.
And our JV team just finished, and I know that playing against players that are maybe a little higher level than you can be a little stressful, but then just losing continuously can really put you on tilt. So I know one of the things we've been working on is how to deal with that stress when you lose and not take yourself out of the game completely. Because watching the professionals play or watching some of the streamers play, like they may lose one or two, like get down 10-5, but it's never over until you hit that 13 mark. So they just have to stay in it and not get too complacent right now.
Yeah, and for our JV team, we try to get them to focus on, you know, what can we learn from that team? How can we focus on, you know, our grows and glows is some languages you might choose. But they always got something that they're doing well. Their communication's improving, you know, and for JV, they're just starting to learn to gel as a team.
Yep.
They haven't played together as much, whereas varsity, they've had a couple seasons together for at least a few of them. I was going to mention Rogue Scout, new to the team this season. Been great to have him. He's been a good addition. He just brings a nice new perspective to it.
Yep.
He just asks those simple questions.
One
like, "Hey, why do
enemy
you do it this
remaining.
way?" I've always done it that way, but it helps, you know, James, the team captain, consider, why do we do it that way?
Toxin screen down.
Which is always nice to get that new perspective. So took the dubs right there.
All right, 2 more for the Trojans.
So we'll jump to. So it looks like, what is that right there? So Zayd's going to be the spike carrier on this one. We'll see if they go quick or slow.
To go A or B.
A or B.
I mean, those mental, that's one of the biggest pieces for professional esports players, you know. They practice so much that their skills usually there. It's their mental piece. It's keeping their heart rate down, keeping calm, and keeping themselves in the game. In the League of Legends world, one really famous League of Legends players, Danny, has really been stepping back from League of Legends because his mental just hasn't been there. And they're into Worlds now, and he's like, look, I'm just not there yet. And luckily, I think it's Team Liquid. Their coaching staff has just been great with Danny. They let him take that step back without firing him from the team or cutting his contracts and things like that. So those professional esports players, and it's really those professional esports organizations, those coaches and those owners, got to keep in mind that mental piece is super important for their players. And if those players aren't in a good place mentally, then maybe this isn't their season, and then they'll come back for League of Legends Worlds next year.
Quick move.
Saw a little turn or something there and turned himself around.
So they're confusing, but it's not good.
One enemy remains.
Light is there. Attackers take it again.
Nice.
Match point.
All right, match point. Here we go. Can we finish it here? So we'll go follow our spike carrier, see what they do here.
Let's see if they rush A, B. Where is A gonna drop this spike? I'm still getting used to calling it the spike and not the bomb from CS:GO. But
Yep.
looking like the Trojans are gonna rush B. Yeah, the Trojans are all headed to the B side. The hunt begins. There's going to be a couple players from Copper Hills over there.
Nice. Put up their wall, plant it down,
You
boom.
can see on the mini-map, everybody's rushing over to B now. Copper Hills knows where they are, so they are rushing over. Trojans got 2 down.
I mean, that was literally 12 seconds from the beginning of the match to the spike being planted, which can really put that pressure on the opponents. Oh, looks like he got hit from the top.
Yep, Zayd got hit from the top. I saw a little recon drone up above him. It looked like his location got scooped.
Last player
But the
standing.
spike is still down.
Oh, wait.
Attackers win.
That's it.
There it is. Was I watching the wrong team all day? No. So it looks like the Trojans took it. So to kind of get some,
Yeah, I'm not sure why we're seeing the defeat there on our side. I don't know if it's the perspective we were running from or what, but yeah, it looks like the Trojans are taking it that game.
and it was nice to see. We look here at the stats right here. I mean, it was pretty evenly spread out from each player. The top 3 positions go to 3 of our players.
Those first bloods coming out from James on the very top 6. So that means in 6 rounds, he took that first blood.
It's pretty good, and you can see we got a couple diffuses up there, a couple plants, but our econ ratings are pretty high compared to our opponents, and our KDA is right up there. That's pretty good right there. 19, 11, and 4 for our top player there, with some pretty solid combat scores. So, yeah.
All right, that puts Varsity Valorant at 2-0. This is a makeup match from week 1, so we are in week 2 here. That was the week 1 game we just saw. Week 2 is already posted for you on our YouTube channel. You can go check that one out. Although I guess I kind of spilled the beans that we won that one too.
Hopefully they watched it. So thank you for joining us today. Don't forget, my favorite part of the whole thing, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down there, somewhere down here in this area, and hit that bell so that you get the announcement when we go live. And we will be back here in a little over 1 week with week 4. So we'll let you guys know how week 3 goes, and we will continue on from there. But thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and let's go Trojans.